bit of raw stuff here. So I kind of felt like I was ready to stop talking about cancer for a bit. I kind of felt like I just can't stop talking about it, and it's consuming my life and consuming me. But then I stopped talking about it for a bit and found it even harder, because it felt like I was kind of trying to suppress a part of my life that's taken over my life for the last 2 years. So I think balance is really important, but equally, I think you need to just give yourself time. You know, I don't feel like I'm giving myself time, and I feel like there's this expectation to be over it. You know, once you finish treatment, that's it. You need to be over it. But I read something actually yesterday talking about health anxieties, and my counsellor spoke to me about that as well, and about PTSD. And I think we're not very forgiving of ourselves as cancer patients, just by what I've seen and spoken to other girls in the cancer community. We sort of judge ourselves a lot, you know, by our diagnosis, by other diagnoses. You know, we don't let ourselves mourn for our old self because we're so caught up in trying to be grateful for even just being here. But I do mourn for my old self. You know, myself who I feel like used to be so much fun and so pretty, and I used to love myself, and I just want to fall in love with my life again. And I'm not too sure where that balance is, whether I continue talking about it all the time or don't talk about it at all. I mean, being a boobette has given me the chance to share my experience, and I said it's given me the courage to share my story with others, and to, you know, I can tell you to check yourself, because I have I needed to check myself, and it feels like I've got a reason to share my story, that I want to encourage other people to check themselves, and I want to show other cancer patients, you know, what to expect from chemo and radiotherapy and IVF and all these scary things that I had no idea what they looked like when I was diagnosed. But it gets to the point where you just think, can I talk about this anymore? You know, I want to share more of my life with you guys. You know, I want to share more fun and stuff, but the reality is this is my life. You know, it has been my life for the last 2 years. You know, I'm stuck between wanting to support people so much that I'm not realizing that I actually went through that. You know, this is what I went through. We were watching this game show, something on Channel 4, and they do Stand Up to Cancer. And at the end of the show, they show you stories of cancer patients and where the money's going. And there's this girl who's in the cancer community, and she's got a YouTube channel. And I didn't discover her in the beginning. I discovered her quite recently. It's a different sort of cancer. Our stories aren't similar, but our treatments are quite similar. And I was watching the story, and she'd had IVF, and she'd videoed it, and this was all on the Channel 4 story, and she'd videoed it, the IVF, and there's the vials, and she said that, you know, she had to do 2 injections in the morning, and she couldn't do it, so her partner did it. And watching it, I couldn't believe that I'd done that. I'd been through that. You know, it was a case of the IVF, and then the chemotherapy and the radiotherapy, and I was watching it thinking, my God, what that girl's been through. And then I realised I've been through that.